A11. Right, hello. Just arrived in Brussels. I'm here for 2 days for it's a software conference, but there's also a weekend of interactive music. I've also brought a little handheld radio with me. I brought a little 70 centimeters UHF radio. I'll see if I can get a contact while I'm here. So I'll give you more details as I get into the central part of Brussels. I've just arrived at the airport, so we're just making our way to passport control, and then I'll jump on the train. Right, that's it, we're in. Okay. Right, straight off the plane onto a train and to the first event. Semaine just arrived at the hotel. So there's two things happening this weekend, like I mentioned earlier. One is there is it's the end of a week-long festival of sound and musical instruments in Brussels. Semaine du Son, I think it's called, a week of music or something like that. So I've just seen one of the first events. I've got a few more booked in tomorrow, but there's also a 2-day conference going on, the FOSDEM conference. So I'm hoping to meet up with a ham radio friend tonight and tomorrow, and hopefully get to the conference, because there's a couple of talks on satellite software, I think. So that's the plan for the software conference. I've also brought with me, I wanted to give this a try, see, I brought with me this Motorola SL 1600 radio, and I'm hoping to try out. I've programmed in a few of the repeaters on here for Brussels. Whether I've programmed them correctly or not, we'll soon tell. So I'm hoping to at least get one contact through a repeater here, just for the thrill of doing that. So that's a radio thing for the weekend. But really, it's a bit of a jolly, bit of a software conference. Get a bit of video, just attend some of these music events, and meet up with some friends. So yeah, happy days. That was very interesting. Thank you, Mercy. Very interesting. Right, what's next? Right, bonjour. So it's the first full day here. Met up with John M0XJA from the TDARS, from the Telford District Amateur Radio Society, and we had a couple of beers and food last night, but it was an early night last night for me. So I'm here, I'm travelling to a place called the Grand Place, because it's an open, and so I'm travelling, so I'm just walking to find some breakfast and a decent cup of tea. I brought the radio with me, little handheld, just in case we can see if we can get into any repeaters, just for the hell of it, just for the fun of it. I'm really liking it though. I'm liking the cobbled streets and the mix of new and old architecture. Very interesting. So I'm about a few minutes away from finding a decent breakfast
My to-do list for the weekend is quite simple. I need to find some nice food, try a bit of radio, go to the conference, buy some chocolate for the wife, and a few of the events for this sound festival. Nice. I mean, what's not to like? I think I've spied a breakfast place behind me. There's one over there as well, so I think that's breakfast sorted. I think I'm going to play. I'm going to just try the radio from here, even though I think the problem, I think the challenge I've got on the radio front is it's like any built-up city. We really need to know where the repeaters are and understand where the coverage is to get anything from it. I may have to, if I was really serious about it, I may have to travel out of the built-up area, and that just doesn't seem like much fun. But we'll try and see if we can open up a repeater and put a call out from here. But yeah. Right, so I came packing. Got a nice little clip here for it. So I do like this radio. So I programmed in about 3 analog repeaters and 2 or 3 DMR. So I know I'm not meant to ka-chunk the repeater, you know, but I'm just going to ka-chunk it just to see if there is any coverage. Oscar November 1, stroke Mike 0 Sierra Zulu Tango. Nothing on those repeaters from here. We'll try somewhere else. Now this looks interesting. The thing that I like about Brussels is there's no chains, there's no McDonald's, no KFCs, none of the usual repetitive stuff that you get in the UK. What it does mean though, it's becoming quite elusive just to find a cup of tea. But that's a small price to pay. A tea place.
Haben die dich angefangen? Ist noch was durchgegangen? Waren die sauer oder? Meine so, oh mein Gott, wie konntest du das machen oder war das mehr so? Also meine Betreuung, die ist die 2 Tisel.
Very nice. Au revoir. It's time to get an Uber and head towards the university where the software conference is. Apparently John, my handler at the TDARS, has found where all the radio people are. So it's time for an Uber. This is a very nice place for an Uber, I must admit. I'm going to get an Uber, head towards the uni, and see if we can just do a bit of a radio thing, seeing as though it's a radio channel. I'm here. just waiting for John. He's in a lightning talk in the building there, and then hopefully we'll make it over to where some radios are. Hey mate, you alright? Say hello.
Hello there, how are you?
Down here, right. This all familiar? Oh yeah.
Well, the IT background for them is that radio is this thing with a metal thing with a sticky on this side and another thing with antenna on the other side. For some reason, the radio signals go from there to there, and what we're trying to show is a bit how one.
Okay, so you've got a wire running inside the building,
and then going out the window over there.
Yeah.
And I have a mast.
Yeah.
That's an end-fed wire.
Yeah. And you've got VK from here. Well, on 20 meters or.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Wow. Okay. And.
I've learned a lot with the upper layers of Tetra, but I never got down too deep with layer 1 with the RF part. It's just connecting, making measurements and making sure the modulation is within spec. I haven't gone as far as doing that.
Yes, a great tool to use is radio.
Yeah.
The radios.
Hello, is this a repeater system?
Yes, this is a repeater system. It's a case for a repeater system without the amateur radio bands.
Yes, is it 70 centimeters UHF?
Indeed.
Okay, right.
Radiometers?
Yes, yes.
What is it called?
Mike 0, Sierra Zulu Tango, English. Yeah. I've actually brought with me. I've programmed this for the Belgian repeaters.
Yeah.
But I'm not,
or DMR repeaters?
both DMR and FM. But I've not managed to open them up. I can't get to them at the moment. So
actually, there is an analog repeater. I don't remember.
439 megahertz. Mine is 7.6.
39 sharp.
Yeah, sharp.
Okay.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. This is programmed anyway, so I can't. It's fixed on this one. So.
Yeah.
It's a Motorola.
Yeah. A nice DMR SL16.
Yeah, 1600. Yeah.
This is something I'm looking up because I love the display of this radio.
It's in Germany.
Yeah, it's PMR Expo.
So.
I'm radio expert.
I finished up. Yeah.
So I programmed these into it.
Yeah, I love this.
I was hoping to use the repeaters, but I've not managed it yet. So.
It's quite a beautiful radio.
That's it. Yeah.
Mind if I take a look?
Yeah.
I'll just unclip it because that's a very visible display. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. And battery life is amazing with that because you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just know enough that I don't know enough. Yeah, they're repeating on.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Nobody looks there.
No.
Yeah, there we go. There's a QR code for it.
Yeah, for the Twitter feed and for the Matrix chat.
Okay, so
We also have Discord chat.
So just for, because this will go onto YouTube. So M17 is a new codec, open source codec for amateur radio, similar to DMR, but less pain in the arse to use.
Correct.
Wonderful. Right. Some time to kill before the flight home later, and I'm here at the military museum, somewhere around here. So we'll have a walk up and we'll see if we can find where we pay to go in. So yesterday after the conference it was just a case of going back to the hotel and finding somewhere nice to have a bit of food, and then the early night. So up and nice and fresh for today for the flight later. So I thought rather than kicking about just in the main part of Brussels, that I'll come and take the camera and we'll have a look around this museum. It's Sunday here, but the museum should be open, hopefully. Just some of the locals getting ready to welcome the Brits. Right, now this is a very grand place. Let's see if we can find. There's a auto museum. There's Auto World just behind me. This is Auto World, and then somewhere, I think, might be down that way. There's quite a big military museum. Well, I can see some cannons over there. Cannons are always a good sign. Well, unless you're on the pointy end of them. I see cannons. Whoa. Right, that's me done for the weekend. Just passing there a couple of hours before I head to the airport. But I hope you enjoyed the trip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, bye bye for now.